ahoy fellow space Lincolns.
And welcome aboard the Joy of Trek, an illusory podcast exploring the historical figures and great Celts of Star Trek, all of it. I'm Kaki.
I'm Kay.
And yelling at cosplayers not to do blackface is your chief engineer, Greg.
Together we're on a mission through the historical documents of Star Trek to find the good and evil in every culture and the excellence in every episode.
Even the genocidal colonels!
Because every episode must be someone's favorite, and it might as well be ours.
So get a little bit Genghis Khan and join us as we eject so many warp cores in
the Joy of Trek.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that button's going to get a bit of a workout
There's
today.
a button that we really haven't given much of a workout for a while, but today's going to be the day. Hello, everyone. Can you guess which episode of Star Trek we're watching today?
That is right. It is episode 22, season 3 of the original series, The Savage Curtain.
Ooh, first aired March 7th, 1969. Story by Gene Roddenberry, teleplay by Gene Roddenberry and Arthur Heineman, and directed by Herschel Doherty. In which, Kay, how would you describe what happens in this episode?
Spock and Kirk have some polite political discourse with
Keep going.
on an alien planet.
Yeah, all right. Well, not exactly narrowing it down. Hey, Chief, what happened in the Savage Curtain?
Kirk and Spock are forced to fight along historical figures such as Abraham Lincoln of Earth and Zurg of Vulcan by rock-like aliens who want to understand the concepts of good and evil.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Ooh, where to begin with this one? We're back in our wheelhouse of, hey, having to pull out all the stops and find the excellence in an episode of Star Trek. And, I'm kind of excited to do it again.
Well, okay, so yes, this one is definitely well within our comfort zone.
Yeah.
In 2017, Screen Rant ranked this episode the 12th worst episode of the Star Trek franchise, and they revisited that opinion and they made it the 9th worst a year later in 2018.
Wow. So, and I know for a fact that the amount of Star Trek didn't decrease
during that time. No.
Yeah. It's just, I think, and probably a large part of that is we moved further away from 1969.
I suppose.
Actually, we'll talk about that a bit more.
So, who recommended this episode to us?
Oh, wow, yeah. I completely forgot. There is someone to blame for us watching The Savage Curtain, which, I'm being a little bit mean about it because it's new to us, and yeah, I'm starting to understand why Season 3 was not beloved by many watchers of the original series of Star Trek. But this episode was recommended by Kaleb, him, who said, "So other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the deathmatch?"
Yes.
This is always a good episode to sit down with a friend and just take the absolute piss out of. It's an episode that has a strangely high amount of warp cores, given how much I like it.
Yeah.
The awful Lincoln makeup, mischaracterizing my favorite historical war criminal, and the comment to Uhura, which I know was trying to make a point, but kind of just makes me go, oh God, Uhura, darling, if you want to start punching, I'm behind you all the way. Relatedly, though, I actually really like how Lincoln is characterized. It might just be because I'm from the same area, but I've always had a soft spot for the guy. In the episode, he has both admirable qualities and also prompt my above warp core, as would most guys from the 1800s. I think the aliens are really cool looking, kind of like the Horta, where their biology is so different from humans, especially given that they're filling the advanced culture with us for philosophical reasons role usually given to disembodied beings or some beautiful twink. It's ridiculous and stupid, and I love it so much. Hell yeah, Kaleb!
That sounds like a very good reason to recommend this episode to us, and I'm glad we've watched it, and we can do our own little picking it apart and throwing some sticks and stones at it, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's,
And you know what? I think that's actually sort of fair to do. And the reason I think that is not because, nobody ever sat down to make a bad episode of Star Trek, right? That's one of my core beliefs. So when something... Now, I read for research, I always read Memory Alpha and IMDb Trivia, and for anything older than 2003, I've also got the book, The Star Trek Chronology.
Oh, yes.
Thanks to beloved listener Lauren, who sent that over to us. And for this episode, where normally there's quite a few tidbits and quotes and bits of trivia, it was just an interview with, Arthur Heineman, who wrote this.
Is she related to Jamie Heineman?
Oh, I don't know that he isn't. I mean, generationally, who knows?
Could well be. Like, who knows?
And I'm paraphrasing here. Yeah, Gene Roddenberry had like half an idea in 1964. This story was originally called Mr. Socrates, and it was about Socrates showing up with Lincoln. And it didn't really have an ending. And so they were heading toward the end of the season, and they had to wrap up production because they were over schedule or whatever. And they're just like, Gene had moved on, was already like trying to prepare potentially season 4 or do something else in television. So yeah, just wrap this up. And Mr. Heineman just says, yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it, but I pretty much liked everything at the time. And then there's a redaction, which I think is there because he was talking about how much he liked LSD or that he had some various bed partners that he was totally into. And so it was very easy to please at the time. And then, yeah, I tried to put in something about good versus evil and morals, but it didn't really work. But hey, everybody had a good time. We all got paid.
Well, one of the critiques that I heard was that it's essentially a rehash of another episode. Was it Atlas or something like that?
Atlas?
No, not Atlas. It was something with an A, but it was, apparently that with a
Arena, possibly.
Arena, that's the one, yes. Just with a moral sauce of philosophy poured over it.
Arena, isn't that the one with the Gorn?
I don't know. Could be.
Yeah, I think it is. Where Chief, is it?
Taki, you're spot on there. The episode you're thinking of is Arena TOS 119.
Now, this is embarrassing. If he said, no, Kaki, it isn't, I'm still going to continue as if it is because we can't hear him.
No.
I think that's where Kirk and the Gorn were pitted against each other for the amusement or interest of some alien species.
Yes. Well, like usually a disembodied creature or an alien twink.
Twink, yeah. I mean, both of those work.
Yeah. So,
I think we get the workhorse.
Shall we? That's okay. Okay, so Klingons were played by white dudes in blackface.
Yes.
All right. Are we all up to date on that? And we don't have to be okay with it.
No. I'm not sure what the other. The Genghis Khan also looked like it was.
Oh, I didn't see him very.
No, there's not a lot of that, but he also looked kind of made up.
I don't want to make any assumptions about
Genghis Khan is a made-up drug.
I do love how they all sort of Scooby-Doo around corners so much. And Genghis Khan kind of lost to Zora's amazing hair, like just a phenomenal wig.
Right, yes.
And her eyebrows blending into
looks a very savage outfit for someone who's apparently a gene manipulator. But, who knows?
Yeah, I think she's just punk.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm down with that, totally, yeah.
No, I mean, that's the sort of vibe I got. You've got, I mean, I've met molecular biologists who just, like, in pup hoods, just as part of their job.
Oh, well, as part of their job?
Yeah. Well, they claim that anyway. They claim that it had special. Yeah, I don't know entirely that I believe it, but hey, you're the expert.
It's like if it's fine with it, if it falls within the company dress code, then why not?
Oh, it's a particular kind of job. Now I'm remembering. No, not to mention on a PG-13.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it's a 4-letter job.
The job column, yes.
Mostly the jobs we call, that's the one.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Hedwig. All right. More warp cores. More warp cores.
Well, there's, of course, the egregious comment of Lincoln towards Uhura.
Yes, using the N-word, which will not be appearing in this show, I think. I think we're not going to... No, I mean, not out of meanness or whatever, but it is from its time. We don't need to quote it.
No, I kind of wonder what the whole point was. I mean, it was like obviously the writer's trying to make a point, but like it makes for a very interesting like how Lincoln decided to use that because so these figures are all plucked from the minds of Kirk and Spock essentially.
Yeah, plus a little bit from the computer as well.
Okay, maybe
yeah.
So it would like just get thrown in because like it seems like we know that it's like supposed to be a historical figure. I mean, I guess they could have made it innocuously, but then why would
and for the audience at home, to be absolutely clear, there's a racial comment made without like racist degradation by Lincoln to Uhura, who's a woman of color, and he calls her an archaic version of the N-word and apologizes for it. Right. And then she says, "Oh, well, I don't mind." And yes, this is the scene that we're talking about.
Yeah, nothing to apologize for. We're not afraid of words anymore. But it's either he would have used the term completely innocuously, but then
why does he know that it's not okay to use? Well, he does then add, in my time this was sometimes used to describe property, and he has some knowledge that he doesn't know why he has it. Right, he knows about Surak and the
so it must be like
gnome.
Whatever the aliens think that Kirk would expect from
something like that. Yeah.
from Lincoln. Yeah.
I think the way to watch this is an episode that, like, on the writing side, not a whole lot of effort went into, and in the production side, some shortcuts were taken.
Yes, but also not always. I mean,
no, exactly.
Yeah, we'll get to the alien, but I mean, the alien is like everything I read about this episode regarding the alien is like, wow, finally a good alien.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Like with the kind of like wet skin and the shiny.
Yeah,
not sure why there's
eyes.
Flashy lights in there, but it's like, are you sure they're eyes?
Oh well, I mean they parse his eyes, but yeah, right. he's got a whole.
They flash
bunch
when
of
he talks, so it's like probably that's just like the mouth. I don't know.
Okay, let's stick to the warp cores before we start talking about the episode. Yeah, so you asked what the writers were doing. I've actually been trying to find some contemporary to now or contemporary at the time commentary about it, particularly interested in like the Black or African American or people of color perspective. And I couldn't find a whole lot about that specifically. But like the general sort of vibe that I was able to find is, yeah, it's Star Trek once again trying to address race from within the confines of, like, it's of its time. It's 1960s. It's a bunch of white dudes in California of a the social class where they can be writers for television for a living, which is a particular right. So there's a sort of inherent limitation there in that none of them have experienced like what it's like to encounter racialized terminology in as a person of color.
Yeah.
It was progressive for the 60s to a white audience. Next Generation was progressive for the 80s to a white audience primarily.
No, yeah, very good point. Well, let's see. Any other warp cores? I mean, this is not really a couple of plasma vents. They're doing some weird orbital shit again, but
yeah, okay, sure.
This is going to be our final orbits. Like, so get your scanning done. It's like, wouldn't it be the other way around? Like, once the scanning's done, we'll let you know that it's final orbit. Or that same final orbit that same final orbit only lasts about a minute, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's a quick one. I've got one.
Yeah.
Nobody's really got much to do. And everyone's sort of salty about it. Everyone's pouring this is the last full ensemble episode of
right.
Nichelle Nichols just straight up left after that. She didn't have anything to do in the last few episodes, so I'm off. And she, I think she had a Broadway show that she was doing. So it's the last time that the whole band's together for an episode, and they're all really putting a lot of emotion into not having anything to do most of the time.
I mean there is very little to do actually. Very little happens. I mean we have 1.5 fight scenes, and there's mostly a lot of talking.
Yeah, and they're still all trying to make it charming and interesting because they're kind of into Star Trek. So that's actually where I'm going to be coming at for this episode from.
All right.
All these bits where it's fucking boring or it doesn't make any sense, and everyone's still doing their best to make excellent Star Trek.
Sure. Yep. All right. So I guess we can jump into the episode then.
All right. Hit it.
All right. All observation stations take final readings. Here we go. Yes, this will be our last orbit.
Yeah. And I've immediately favorited a GIF.
Yes.
that I will be sharing with everyone.
You showed it to me even before we started the episode.
Because it's this shot of Kirk just sitting in a chair, because they all have to film minutes. He's sitting in a chair and he looks over to the side while he's cupping his chin, and he looks over at Spock bent over the center station, and it's just him over and over checking out Spock's ass.
And you can see he's like, oh, okay.
I'm like, yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. Like in that first shot we see of Spock, he's just kind of like properly standing in front of his eyeshadow application device. But in the next shot, I noticed when Kirk wanders up to him, he's kind of like already turned towards the camera. So he's standing in front of the thing at a really awkward angle to look into it.
Yeah.
But it's...
I mean, that's blocking, right? He's got to make space for...
It's like that's going to give you
William Shatner. That's his name. Yes.
Going to give you a crick in the back, that position, if you have to work in that.
Oh yeah, someone with a muscle ache in the lower back. Currently, I can totally relate to that.
So yes,
still read a suggestion of carbon cycle life forms on the planet's surface, Captain.
Which is kind of weird because there's it's lava planet. You know?
Yeah, and why is there just a La Croix whiff of carbon cycle there?
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
There's a little bit of arguing about that. Some weird techno babble by Sulu.
It seems to indicate artificial power being generated in factor 7 quantities.
Factor 7 of what?
Yeah, I know. It's great. But I like that they're going around the bridge just asking everybody for their jobs. And they're like, this crew is so familiar with their roles. And yeah, even for some reason, the doctor shows up to have an opinion about this. Why is the doctor there? And he yells,
"What's all this poppycock about life forms on this planet, Spock?"
Why do you care? Why are you on the bridge?
He just like, it's like it's Bones. Like, he always has to like grumble about something.
Uh-huh. And he's grumbling
Well,
that...
I think Starfleet should forget about those old space legends. There's no intelligent life here.
Yep, even Uhura has nothing. Like, I tried every hailing frequency and no response on any channel.
Yep, and Kirk says, well, we've done whatever we can. We can't beam down, so...
We are therefore going on to our next assignment.
Aye, sir.
Completing final orbit soon.
And off they go. But no, the red desk light goes on.
And even worse, the main view screen gets hijacked because it cuts from the planet. It goes a little bit wibbly-wobbly. And instead we see a empty starscape with a red apparition moving in closer to the ship. And when it arrives close by, it turns out to be Abraham Lincoln sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird to have him flying like that through space.
Is it actually space? Or
Yeah,
just
there's stars in the background.
I know, but we've all seen our... I'm thinking about school year videos. End of school year videos on the VHS sort of mixing studio that they've got at the AV club, where you can sort of green screen a little bit if you're not wearing the wrong kind of shirt, and then you can put a star field behind someone.
Oh, well,
it's really cool.
But okay, it's just all weird. So, but this is how the character of Lincoln is introduced.
Yep, who is part of something that Spock identifies as.
Being scanned, Captain. A deep probe, incredibly swift.
Bit of foreplay first, please.
Yeah, I'd like a cocktail, please.
And he introduces himself.
Captain Kirk, I believe.
Yeah, okay. And Kirk goes, And
I recognize you. Like, he says, like, oh, don't you recognize me? And he's like, well, I recognize what you look like.
Yeah, what you appear to be. And he goes, well...
Appearances can be most deceiving.
But not in this case.
No. Okay. I am Captain Lincoln. No.
Yes.
I
am El Capitan Lincoln.
Credits.
Yeah, skipped him because I just didn't have it in me. Do you know my Indonesian grandmother used to insist on saying Lincoln?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why. I told her that she doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But I can read. Yeah, okay, but I speak English like natively. I also speak very good English. Yes, you do, Grandma. You actually do. Spoke like 6 languages.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Malay, Japanese, Dutch, English.
Bahasa.
Hadn't been invented yet when she left.
Okay, fair enough.
Bahasa was post, and also Bahasa just means language, so Bahasa Indonesia.
Well, that's, yeah. So, yes, Lincoln, who apparently has been described in many ways, but never as fascinating, which I find hard to believe. But,
fascinating just means...
attention grabbing.
No, just being attached to something, like... At formal occasions, like there are these fashion accessories that traditionally women wear called fascinators, which are like a little hat, a little veil, a tiny one that doesn't actually fit on your head, which is attached to your hair.
Okay.
Like it is fascinated. It is fastened.
Okay. I never had any idea.
In the same way that I was riveted. Also, I was sort of nailed down. That's how interested I was.
Yeah. I mean, that at least has a physical property. It's riveting, as well. So it's hot, and you burn your fingers on it or something.
It's penetrating, for sure.
Yes. That is one part of riveting.
So Kirk asks Spock for an analysis, who says, well, they did scan us and our vessel.
And doubtless obtain sufficient information to present this illusion.
And for some reason, Lincoln is interested in proving his reality and offers to come aboard the ship.
Yes, and Kirk is...
We'd be honored to have you aboard.
He seems
Mr.
a little
President.
bit amused by the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Do you still measure time in minutes? Yes, well, in exactly 12 and a half minutes, you will be over our location.
It's... Okay, so...
that's a more normal term for an orbit. ISS orbits at about 90 minutes per orbit or something like that, and that's considered low Earth orbit.
Yeah. So I like 2 things here. I like Kirk being amenable. Do you still measure time in minutes? Well, we can convert to it.
We can manage.
He has used the word minute very, very many times in Star Trek so far. Let's not worry about that too much. And also that Abraham Lincoln gives a very precise time, but not really there's not a clear mark. Like the moment he says mark there, he hasn't told us how long to start counting. So
right.
Usually you indicate it'll be 12 and a half minutes, 3, 2, 1, hat.
Right, yes.
And now we just wait 12 and a half minutes, it's sort of in episode minutes, it felt like.
Not really.
I know, it's
okay.
not.
Yeah.
But like the impression is given that now we're watching 12 and a half minutes of nothing happening on the bridge. Because like Kirk just sort of stands there for a while, and Spock stands there, and then Kirk gets a pad to sign from an Ensign Lemley. And he does that, and then Lemley leaves, and they have another little chat, and nothing.
Actually, nothing happened because
it.
because what happens is part of the planet now converts into a livable area, and at that point, Sulu says he was absolutely right because we will be over that spot in exactly 12 minutes. So this was in fact real time.
You're absolutely right. Yes. I had missed the appearance of a sort of lake bed. I kind of.
It just like the lava just kind of like turns into a mountainous area with a little bit of green in the middle.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, you're right. An area.
An area of approximately 1,000 square kilometers. It measures completely Earth-like.
And everybody gets to talk. Sulu says it's oxygen, nitrogen. Chekhov says, "Oh, goddamn, he's exactly right to the second." What a timing, motherfucker! He's amazing. And now comes the major conflict, which has Kirk on one side and Scotty and Bones on the other. Here comes Bones.
Jim, do you really believe he's Abraham Lincoln?
Well, it's obvious he believes him. Oh, Dr. McCoy, Mr. Spock, full dress uniforms.
Yes.
Be one of those parties.
Much to Scott's chagrin, who apparently had like, you expect me to dress in a grand kilt in 12 minutes? I'm an engineer, not a miracle worker.
Well, he managed it anyway, and only after he's fully dressed and surrounded by his security team does he start yelling at his security team how stupid this is.
Yes.
Right, what is all this nonsense, Mr. Dickerson?
I understand President Lincoln's coming aboard, sir.
How do you daft, man?
All I know, sir, is what the captain tells me. And he says he'll have the hide of the first man that so much as smiles.
Yeah, apparently he's that serious.
Clearly so. Actually, you know how long you've been in a I think you've talked to someone who had to dress up in a grand kilt for a wedding of his sister or something like that. You too?
Oh yeah. I've been a photographer. I had
that was
great
it. Yes.
Privilege.
Yeah.
And yes, got to my friend wore a kilt for the first time, and why am I being sort of vague about it? It's Fox and Moore who did the theme tune for this very podcast.
Oh yes,
Hi,
right.
Fox. And yeah, his dad showed him how to wrap a kilt and how to tie the laces properly, because there are traditions for these garments that are not commonly worn by young men.
Also, it's not a proper grand kilt because the top is still a Starfleet uniform. It's just the lower half, which is.
Well, what's a proper grand kilt then?
Oh, it's got the whole wrap around the shoulder and everything, and like the.
Oh, it's all part of one bit of cloth, is it?
I don't think so. Not entirely sure, but yes,
right.
You've got like a regular kilt and then the grand kilt, which is the entire full dress uniform, basically.
I wonder if it's like an extra long bit of cloth, or if it's just like a sash that's attached.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Via the. Okay, so there's a sporran, which is sort of like a variation.
That's the pouch that hangs on the front, right?
Yeah, hangs in front of the crotch, and that made me think of like the codpiece, the concept of codpiece,
right?
Which is not usually a part of armor. It doesn't matter, but sometimes there's a very brief period of time, like around Charles V, where it was fashionable to really emphasize your junk, in fashion, and so the codpiece then became really, really, really emphatically like penis shapes. And do you know what such a thing is called in French?
I have no idea.
Braguette.
Wait, is bragging a French word?
I don't know, but I love it, right? This is my bragging baguette.
Yeah.
You see the size of your braguette?
Okay.
All right, forgive me here for a second, but I have to just chime in because a great kilt is one piece of cloth. It's actually a lot like a sari. There's actually a video that I saw of an Indian woman and a Scottish man kind of showing that, these are very similar kind of things as far as like it's one piece of cloth continuously wrapped up in how you do it. That is typically what a great kilt is. However, there's also kind of a version that I know my dad has worn for my sister's wedding, which is kind of a little bit of like a dressed down or an easier version of the great kilt, which just has like the shoulder part kind of that you like wear on top of like the suit jacket or like a kind of tuxedo jacket kind of a thing for these more formal things. That's what he wore, like I said, for my sister's wedding. So I just had to clear that up a little because it was driving me just a tiny bit crazy as someone who had to hear so many long rambling conversations about kilts and kilt lore and kilt history and all of that stuff. So I just had to chime in there because it was just like, no, this is now entered into like something that I actually kind of know something about. So congratulations on knowing just a little bit more about kilts now.
So everyone is wearing their silk nightgowns, and they're gorgeous.
Oh, yes. We can see that Spock is a knight in the Order of the Christmas Tree, and Kirk is of the Order of the Christmas Star.
Yeah. Oh, this makes me really appreciate Strange New Worlds when they introduced their version of the dress uniform for Una Chinraini's trial. Yeah. They also had these, the weird sort of emblems on the chest, which is sort of like coated like medals, but they're also kind of like jewels and triangular.
Right. I assume that these are basically,
or distinctions, I should say.
Yeah, medals like which campaign you've been in. Like, did you get your shoelace tying diploma? Did you pass your gun cleaning certification?
Yeah. Can you swim with shoes on? Well
Exactly.
done. Well done.
The scout badges for Star Trek, Starfleet. That's it. Starfleet scout badges. That's what it's like. These things are in my...
that. They're little merit badges. Yes. Like when you kill your 15th Jem'Hadar, you get a purple one. Whoa. Okay, that's not what I signed up for. Oh, I actually kind of like... Wait, maybe it's like traditional Western sailors' tattoos. Oh, I don't actually know that the tradition is limited to the West. So sailors' tattoos, okay, I've got, Popeye had like an anchor and got like a mermaid. But they all have meaning. So like an anchor, you only got to like wear an anchor if you'd actually crossed like this meridian.
Oh, right.
Or if you'd circumnavigated the globe, now was time you could get your mermaid.
Right. Oh, wow. I didn't know
to mark occasions like
very
that.
nice. So I guess that also lets you read a little, like you read someone's rank insignia and stuff like that. You can like read a sailor's a little bit of his history.
Yeah, exactly. Like and this one has crossed to the other hemisphere, which is a big deal. So Scotty is on team "You're insane, Kirk,"
as is Bones.
Yep, where he says,
"No doubt to be followed by Louis of France and Robert the Bruce.
If so, we'll execute appropriate honors to each, Mr. Scott."
It's a nothing conflict.
Yes,
right. That just remains here over and over after Kirk has already said.
I don't for a moment believe that President Lincoln is actually coming aboard, but we're dealing with an unknown and apparently highly advanced life form.
Yep.
And that should be it. But they continue to argue about it for the rest of the episode because, well, the writers didn't give us anything else to do. We're trying to look for things like there's even engineering problems and I don't get to solve those, so I don't know what to do.
But yes, we lock on the transporter beam and like, Mr. Spock, does that look human to you? And
for a moment, it appeared almost mineral.
But no, now it's completely normal human reading.
Well, says Kirk.
Appropriate ruffles and flourishes, Mr. Spock.
I like that.
Which can apparently involve keeping him under armed guard. Because the moment that he beams on board, he gets piped on board by the chief of the security. But the security guys definitely just like point their phasers at him.
They are wearing their nice sort of prom night cummerbunds.
They've got the extra polished phasers, but still. It's not traditional that an honor guard actually points their weapons at the person who's being honored.
True. And there's a bit of music where I read in the trivia, like that was the last bit of original music created for Star Trek. They'd be going off the air a few episodes later. And so this is the last time that we see the dress uniform. And there's a bit of music, the bosun's whistle. God, pardon me.
Yeah.
I was going to say, can you spell bosun? And haha, wouldn't that be funny? You're a person who has dyslexia. I'm not going to do that to you. And also it's English.
Well, bosun is just B-O-S-U-N, isn't it?
B-O, you got that right. A-T-S, you got that one right again. W-A-I-N. N.
Oh, Boatswain, right?
Boatswain,
spelling. Yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah. No, I've
things.
seen both spellings actually. So
yeah, that's true. Like eventually, people who did not grow up with that particular spelling just, I guess I'm going to write it like this.
yeah.
I like to think that the person who blows it is always Ensign Higgs because he's the Higgs bosun.
Oh God.
Yeah! Yeah! Gotta make it fun for myself somehow.
It's kind of interesting. Why don't they have that taped? It's like
Oh yeah,
because there's like a comment about it's like, oh, where are the musicians? And like, oh well, a starship doesn't have room for musicians. Cue the Enterprise D. Like, hell no, we've got a grand orchestra.
Everyone's got a job. The chief engineer plays clarinet. We all do.
Yeah.
Sort of okay. We're all sort of okay at various instruments, and I kind of love that. His hair comes up when he pulls off his hat, and is it me or does his makeup look a lot better now than it does later?
He, especially later, is like he's auditioning for, got an audition for Planet of the Apes in the afternoon.
Oh, right. Yeah, he sort of looks like that. He's like he's doing a Boris Karloff Frankenstein impersonation at some point.
No idea, yes.
And he goes,
Taped music, you say? Perhaps Mr. Spock will be good enough to explain that to me later.
He's very sensitive, and charming because he identifies. Okay, the captain wants me for some conversation, so like he minds his manners really well.
He also inquires how he's how he got aboard and like, oh well, you would matter transportation. Oh well, but yes, and please, guys, if those are weapons, like, can you point them somewhere else?
Yeah, he's so charming.
At my age, I'm afraid I'm not very dangerous.
Captain introduces his senior officers.
Yep. And this is something that I admire because I'm still like learning that myself. He repeats their names back to them, right, as a form of respect and to sort of remember it.
Mr. Spock, Mr. Scott, Mr. Dickerson.
He doesn't remark on Spock at all, which we were thinking, why wouldn't he remark on Spock's phenomenal hair and weird ears?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we don't really know what the aliens have done to create these apparitions, creatures, whatever you want to call them. They seem to have memories they don't know about, or how they got them. It's all a bit weird. Like, we don't know what kind of technique they use. Apparently, they do it more often.
Yep.
But
there's other species. It seems
one final little gripe between Scotty and Bones.
Yeah,
why is it Scotty and not Monty?
That's a good one, actually. That is a good one.
Yeah.
Maybe there was another Monty.
Okay.
No, we've already got a Bruce.
Yeah. It was the other way. It went the other way around. A friend of mine, I think, you've met him. He goes by Bruce. His real name is Mark.
Fond.
His real name is Mark.
No.
Yes. And he's called Bruce because literally this situation happened. It's like going to work in a nightclub, and they were like, "Oh, what's your name?" It's Mark. And like, oh great, you're the fifth Mark that we've got here. It's like, and so he goes, it's like, oh, so it's kind of like the Bruce sketch. And it's like, all right, you're Bruce now, and it stuck so much that it
nickname earned. Well done.
Apparently, even his parents call him that now. Wow,
that does make. We do know a lot of Marks in our particular sort of niche fandom. Now I think about it, there's a lot of Marks there. Anyway. Yeah, they get their money's worth. Bones and Scotty, we only have the one subplot. I guess we're talking about that again.
Yep.
We're doubting whether he's an alien or not. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't come up.
There's a little bit of techno blah, 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 where the Lincoln gets to admire how high up he is. Which is kind of weird because like a moment ago he was just flying through space sitting in his leather comfort chair, but
I like to think that he was just sitting in front of like a 43-inch television and the camera was zoomed in. Like it was like a mall photo booth with special effects.
He wasn't in his human shape at that point yet because like as they locked onto.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So there was something funny going on there.
See, there was all this stuff that Arthur Heinemann wound up not really doing much with. Like there's a whole planet of Excalbians, and so like an Excalbian has volunteered to be the raw matter for the role of Lincoln. And then after Lincoln dies, they'll return to whoever they were.
Presumably.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's one way to think about it.
I know there was a whole planet watching, and there was a few lines left over in the script. For the rest, it's just kind of...
Yeah.
There's an extra complication that we didn't
There's
need.
a little dataing going on about how you can measure so exactly and
643 miles, 2,021 feet, 2.04 inches at this moment, using your old style measurements.
He was talking about miles earlier, just a second before.
Were you? Oh.
Just a second before he said.
We're 643 miles above
So what
the
do you mean
surface of this
archaic
planet.
measurements? It's like you're still using the same.
Yeah, I like to think. Okay, so in this episode, we're supposed to think that they've never used minutes and miles before because
Right.
they're space people, but that they, at a sign of respect, that they looks up their old tables and Kirk tries to show off that he can do the mental math to convert meters into miles, and then Spock has to show him up, of course.
Here we get the exchange between Uhura and Abe.
Yep, where she replies to his apology.
But why should I object to that term, sir? You see, in our century, we've learned not to fear words.
And this is sort of presented with a real great deal of dignity because the captain immediately introduces her as an officer.
Yeah.
And I think the actors really did their best here to make it not performative, which it could very easily be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because even in the 60s, the concept of a token black character on
Right.
in a show was a familiar concept, something that Uhura or Nichelle Nichols wasn't super a fan of until, according to the various stories, Martin Luther King spoke to her at the party and said, no, you've got to be there.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Sure, you might be a token person, but it's still something to. I mean, don't even. Yeah, it's still something. It's yeah. We can live up. It still shows things the way how they can and should be.
Yeah, like my daughters talk about seeing you on television. We've got girls seeing themselves as officers on screen. It's incredible.
Exactly. So I've got one more little warp core, I guess. So
All right.
The foolishness of my century had me apologizing where no offense was given.
I mean, is that for him to decide?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's-
I mean, it's technically correct because no offense was given apparently. So, but again, this seems to imply that he thought he was giving offense, which he shouldn't have been.
Yeah, but this is also like the 1960s where the idea was that offense, or for a long time, that offense is something objective, right? That there are
Right.
rules for
Yeah.
what is offensive and what is not. And that, what is in the heart of the speaker is important, as we now know, and what is the life experience for the person who's spoken to.
Yeah.
Those sort of determine it. So it's a lot more fluid. But there was a sort of optimism and dignity to it that they're really, really trying to establish. This is what 1960s white writers and 1960s actors could establish. Like, here we're going to do a scene that shows that we've moved on.
Right.
Because Nichelle Nichols is completely unbothered.
Mm.
And that's kind of cool. Like, I was trying to think of some kind of metaphor, like some property that you and I have, or people that we know have, that is just a complete non-issue, but that in some archaic past might have been
Right.
a cause for discrimination. And I couldn't think of anything like left-handedness or like
kinda,
wearing
yeah.
glasses or body types or whatever. All of those are still sort of sources of discrimination sometimes.
Right. Yes.
Right? They're not completely gone. So imagine 3 centuries from now, they're so completely gone that the N-word just has no power or harm over
Right.
people. It's cute.
Yeah. Question, which makes me think: would it still be in use? I mean, would it be used, or have it been phased out of lexicon entirely? And would
And
they
you mean in the 1960s or in
no,
the
in the
2300s?
2300s?
I mean, it's not in use now.
No, but that's because it still has that charge. I mean, there are people who use it, and we try not to associate with those kind of people. But
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Would the concept be gone, or would the word have returned to normalcy? Is it?
I don't imagine so, because it
No.
also sort of frames people in a way
Right.
that,
No,
that
exactly.
doesn't match with with reality, right? I mean, we have words that match how we commonly frame. No, I think it's a really interesting question, by the way. We have words that match how we frame our existence and how we talk about each other. So now we talk about black people
Right.
with a capital B, right? That describes the concept of blackness, which is international. It involves the African diaspora. It involves how one is experienced as a black person in a white culture.
Right.
And, if we go into space or there's mingling or whatever, like maybe that word stops being necessary because that's not how we categorize ourselves.
Right.
In the way that black with a capital B is distinct from African American because those are Americans. Yeah, right. And that's a specific subset. There's the aspect of slavery, the Atlantic slave trade, and the various things. So, I mean, the various forms of the N-word have appeared fairly recently. You know, the Negro Leagues of Baseball, which are still called that because those were the names of those organizations. And, you know, one can be. I think there are still people alive today who are quite proud of being part of that sports tradition. So, yeah.
So, as she
We've
says,
each learned to be delighted with what we are.
apparently something the Vulcans learned before that.
Yeah. And then Lincoln Abraham explains that. Yes.
Yes. Philosophy of Nome, meaning all.
How did I know that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just as I seem to know that on the planet's surface, you will meet one of the greatest living Vulcans in all the long history of your planet.
Don't know what his name is for some reason. But yeah, there's definitely some weirdness going on here. It might be one of those artifact lines that you were talking about.
Yeah. And then he asks for a tour of the engine room. And that's the moment where Uhura pipes up because Kirk goes, yes, we'd be glad to.
Our engineering officers
Has been waiting in the briefing room for you, sir, for over 2 hours.
But wait,
2 hours?
what happened? Yeah. Like, have they been standing here talking for 2 hours? What happened?
Apparently.
Yeah, I guess they must have already had a tour of the ship, or what else happened?
But like you order your engineering officer into a room and then you just ignore him and he accepts that?
Okay, I don't know. There's something weird. Anyway, there's this is where, the Scotty and Bones are already in the briefing room.
I love his sash.
Yeah.
I really love his sash. And he's also got a belt over his tunic, which everybody else didn't get to have.
Right. And, well, yes, he's wearing the sporran. He's got the kind of like over-the-shoulder thing, which seems to be just like a half cape more here than it is.
And a sash. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the
sash,
rule.
really.
Hey, we have Crimson listening to these episodes, so we should be careful about words like cape and sash because
right.
he'll correct us about these things.
I mean, even our chief engineer might do that, so.
Oh, yeah, thank you. They do look fancy in their silver pajamas.
They do, yes.
Here's a bit of dialogue that I like because Scotty has been steaming about Lincoln this whole time, and the argument that he chooses.
Lincoln died 3 centuries ago on a planet hundreds of light years away.
And he kind of makes a gesture pointing that, and of course Spock picks up on that, and he puts it's actually more over that way. It's
I love it so much.
It's like, God, like you're such an overcorrector.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like,
You're the science officer. Why aren't you,
Science
doing whatever a science officer does at a time like this?
I'm observing him.
And at least somebody agrees with us that he's an alien.
He's an alien.
Yes, of course he's an alien.
Yeah, I said it before.
Yeah, it's like,
have you forgotten that I already agreed with you?
yes.
I know I didn't give you any other lines and I trapped you in a room for 2 hours. But you're allowed to have other thoughts. Whoa.
So a vehement argument ensures about like whether or not they should go beam down with him. Scotty's like, you might be beam down in the sea of molten lava, or what else, any other horrors may occur to you down there.
What was the point of this briefing?
I have no idea.
Like, it seems to be that this
As
is
you know, Mr. Spock and I have been invited to beam down to the planet's surface with him.
How does he know that? He's been stuck in that room for 2 hours.
Yeah, and then it happened 5 minutes ago. Like, this is incredible.
But yes, Spock concludes.
President Lincoln has always been a very personal hero to you.
So how better than to get you interested and titillate your curiosity by having him appear?
But not only me, Spock.
Yeah.
Agreed. I, too, experienced his charm.
Like, I love Scott's expression here. That's, but yeah, we don't know, and the captain goes like,
I shall beam down. Mr. Spock is for you.
well, yep, you're going to be...
So much time went into this decision. And like this whole meeting sort of setting up that this was the decision to make. It was a huge risk. And it's a nothing. You're going to just beam down.
And it's just like he just goes like against what all of his superior officers, what's the name?
Senior officers.
Senior officers, thank you. Yeah. Say it's like, no, I'm going down with him. That's what happens. And
Spock, standard dress, tricorders, and phasers.
Everybody get undressed first.
Yeah. We're changing back into uniforms. Also, just a bit of business that has it contributes nothing.
No. So again, like, well, okay, Scotty has to quickly run and get into his regular uniform. Everybody else gets in their normal stuff as well.
I get, like, how long these shots take. The camera follows everyone walking out of the room. The doors close completely before it cuts to the next room. They're like, we're just padding an extra 45 seconds.
Yes.
Oh, we filmed everything we could. And can we just stretch it 45 seconds so we can make one more commercial break?
Oh, that works, yeah. And they do the same thing with the going into the transporter room, where apparently the doctor is also, because he can't, like, he has to get, like, his ore in one more little time.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he doing there? It's like, oh, yeah, in case something happens, the doctor is there. Yeah, well, if they beam into a pool of lava, then there's not much that the doctor can do at this point.
And so they're beamed down, but thumpity thump, their belts all fall to the ground.
Ooh. I've been to parties like that.
Yeah.
But yes, the tricorders and phasers are left behind.
Yeah. It's kind of a fun shot where they're just holding them. Are we supposed to do something with these? Like, the script doesn't say
this
anything.
Isn't right. Yes. And as they learn when they get to the surface that communication is also being blocked. They cannot contact the ship anymore.
Yeah, even though they've got their little communicators, which Kirk holds in a really weird way. He's got it sort of flipped open. He holds it by the hinge. He covers the mouthpiece with his hand.
Like he's maybe trying to improve the reception or something. I don't know.
So originally they were going to film this in an actual canyon.
Yeah.
But apparently this time of the year they figured that they weren't going to get enough daylight. And so, well, we'll just use the interior set then. And these rocks are all just, chicken wire covered in canvas made to look like rocks.
That's what I got that impression.
Which is why you can't really have 8 people fighting in such a small... because there's so many places. They can't lean on any of these rocks without damaging. So they've got to look really dramatic while also avoiding this set that they don't have time to repaint. Yeah.
Don't touch the set.
And the Enterprise tries to talk to them as well. But, oh, no, we can't hear you. They should have reported back by now. And they turn on Lincoln.
Yes.
Why were our weapons taken? Why can't we communicate with our ship?
And he professes that he knows nothing. It's like, I don't know, I am Lincoln, I don't know, I'm with you guys. Yeah. And he says that like, I am Lincoln, just as I am. And then someone else pipes up, just as I am who I am supposed to be. And it's like...
Surak. Who?
Only...
Greatest of all who ever lived on our planet, Captain.
And he's astonished.
How would he not know that?
Oh, I don't know.
Foundation of volcanism,
Okay, but yes, and this is in the Star Trek concept of that there's a single culture per...
well, that too, yeah.
Right, but if you have a Hindu friend, do you know which particular deity they particularly care about? Like,
depends.
You can see they're Bindi, and I don't know all of them. There's
10,000 of them, so like I'd be surprised if
you count the... well, actually, no, 10,000 is probably pretty accurate, plus avatars.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think it's quite, there's a lot of people, sort of gaps in culture. I mean, okay, try and picture a particularly significant Dutch character from history, right? A person who showed up, and from your, cultural point of view, whatever you think is important, that you associate with, like, this is a foundational cornerstone figure for Dutch culture. And it might be Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, the scientist, and...
Oldenbarneveld, de Wit...
Yeah,
the Ratter, again, like little questionable things, like.
But it's your point of view.
Right.
You get to pick, and everybody doesn't know those.
Yeah, no, I guess not. But okay, let's see. So on board the ship, the system's like starting to break apart. Like nothing is like we're switched onto reserve power, and Scotty tells them
down all but the most necessary systems.
So it's interesting. So it's Sulu who is in charge of the bridge until Scott appears.
Yes,
who then takes over. Yeah,
he's the ranking officer. We've seen Scott in the captain's chair before, which I question because he does have a really important job, a really 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 important job. He's department head for like half the ship. Half the ship is engines and science and technology, right? Like that's all. He should be coordinating that. But oh well. Okay, so we see Surak, who kind of looks like a chill dude in a toga.
Yeah.
He says...
Live long and prosper, Spock.
And Spock is like, like, you're not Surak.
Yeah, it's not logical that you're Surak.
There is no fact, extrapolation of fact, or theory which would make possible what...
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to be rude about it.
Yeah. And Spock is very careful about it.
Live long and prosper. Image of Surak. Father of all we
He's
now
being
hold
awfully
true.
snippy.
Yeah. And then Surak goes back at him.
Image of Surak, read in your face what is in your mind, Spock.
Oh, accusing him of emotions. Well, no.
Expressing emotion.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that, like, in a previous episode, hey,
how rude of you.
Yeah,
Expressing yeah.
that is exactly it. We had that, I forget which episode it was. I let you listen to that interview between Gene Roddenberry and Sarek. And where Sarek explains, like, yeah, it's we have emotions, it's just rude.
It's considered vulgar to display them, yeah.
And so when Spock, as a child, displayed them all the time, because he's half-human and that's quite normal for human children, the other children could only assume that he was being cruel to them.
Right,
doing it out of disrespect.
Yep.
So here, too.
I beg forgiveness.
But Surak is kind of chill.
The cause was more than sufficient.
Because, a full Vulcan might also have just sprang a boner, philosophy boner, at seeing their philosophical hero.
Kirk has had it.
Go along with these charades any longer.
And at that point, yes, this, like, I mean, how good the alien is, the rock that is he first, it just looks like a blanket got thrown over some...
Yes, that is exactly what it is. It's a brown painted blanket over some chicken wire that's been sort of bent into a particular shape.
It goes all glowy red, and suddenly there is a hunched over stone-like alien sitting there who rises up and kind of unfolds.
It's real cool.
And it looks like he's almost got a tail behind him. Unfortunately, you can't really see it in the rare overhead shots. From this shot, it kind of looks like he's got a long tail draped behind him.
It's got all these glowing bits in the chunk of rock that passes as its head, and it's got these sort of claw-like things on the things that look like its arms. It's brilliant.
But it announces, like, well, welcome here. You have your answer soon, and...
This drama unfolds. We give welcome to the ones named Kirk and Spock.
Drama? What drama? Oh.
So...
You're intelligent life form. I'm surprised you do not perceive the honor we do you.
Yeah. We're going to...
A bit of cultural blindness there, but...
Yeah. Actually. Quite a lot. What is up with these Excalbians?
I have no idea.
So they must have done this before to other species.
Yep.
And are they always like this? Like, does everyone not understand the honor that we do you?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, okay, well, here's like, you took our instruments, our weapons, and we can't talk to the ship. Oh, yes, the ship, of course. If they may enjoy the play as well, we shall broadcast it to them.
Yeah, from the play. And then he does this beautiful sort of bow.
Yeah.
Behold.
And the little click of his claw.
Yeah, I love that. He's like a backyard parent at the barbecue with the tongs. Click, click. To summon the rest of the quinceañera. And in walks the proprietor of an Italian-Mexican restaurant, and the proprietor of a Tibetan-Mongolian restaurant.
Mongolian barbecue, yes.
And the proprietor of a punk bar, and the proprietor of, you're wearing blackface, bro. I'm not...
Callus the Unforgettable.
Yeah.
Klingon who set the pattern for his planet's tyranny. So that's not the kind of like talk that Kaleb gets when Worf talks about him.
No, certainly
Maybe
not.
Worf is cool with the tyrannies because they're traditional Klingon culture.
Tyranny is a complicated word, isn't it? Right? Maybe I don't want to open up another Klingon language lesson, although I kind of do. I wish I'd prepared something, but I wonder if the Klingon word for tyranny is also the same word as leadership.
Or party. So yes, we have Genghis Khan, Colonel Green, who led the genocidal war in the earliest 21st century on Earth. Someone called Zora.
Yeah,
who experimented with body chemistry of subject tribes on Tiburon, and of course Kalis.
Yeah, everybody has a different way to say Kalis. Everybody also has a different way to say Surak. Zora is pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Genghis Khan, who I think more properly in Mongolian is Genghis.
Genghis.
Not Genghis.
Genghis, no.
I don't know. I mean, he's an Asian person. Looks like, or perhaps Pacific Islander, or perhaps...
Looks a bit dark-skinned for an average
that's
Asian.
That's it. I think maybe they're also doing dark-skinning makeup on a person who...
I mean, most Mongolians are pretty pale.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think the terminology for that is fair. Like, you yourself are fair-skinned Western European.
So, the alien finally gets to a bit of a round of explaining.
Finally.
We ask you to observe with us the confrontation of the two opposing philosophies you term good and evil.
That's not how philosophies work.
I've got a sort of operational question for you, because we actually have spent a lot of time talking about this episode where nothing happens. And this part, the core of the episode, just blows, and not a lot of effort went into it.
No.
Do we need to bother examining like good versus evil and how it plays out? Because this is the part that actually not a lot of effort went into.
No. Okay, let me go a drop to. I found a comment on thread on Reddit, which I think will provide us with a little bit
excellent.
of a bit of a grasp on this whole thing.
You know, there was a time when opening Reddit on a podcast that we're sort of recording live was a huge risk. But
I'm not opening Reddit. I'm just opening my notes.
Oh, okay.
Not that stupid.
You know, the risk is not completely gone. It's a lot better now than it was several years ago. But
of course. So, KFIM20 on Reddit.
Yeah.
And this is after the end of the fight, after we get the whole fight. Because we're not going to talk about this blow by blow, are we?
No, maybe just some of the set pieces, which I do kind of like, and imagine being those guys, and we have to make this look
one
interesting.
One of the comments is this is not a battle of good and evil. It's just a simulation of Spock and Kirk's impression of these figures, which is, absolutely right. So we've got they get two assistants, I guess, Surak and Lincoln, and they have to fight the four bad guys, tyrannical bad guys.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the aliens think that this is a good versus evil battle. To which the Excalibur even says something along the lines of, you didn't do anything illustrative good and evil, so what was the point?
Yeah.
And then K-Film adds on to that, well, that must be about 50 minutes. Okay, thanks, bye.
Basically, yeah. So the Excalbian character, oh yes, I looked it up. Credited as Yarnek, never named, but that's what they're called in the script, and that's how the actor was credited. Yeah, so they want to see this in order to understand good and evil, and so I think what's happened is this: they've taken from the database and from these two people avatars, using that term from Hindu, for the concept of what Kirk and Spock each believe are truly the goodest and truly the evilest people that they can think of.
Right.
And well, we'll just produce those people, and they probably will exhibit all the traits of good people versus all the traits of evil people.
And we're going to make them fight. So that's an ideal way to see which philosophy is better.
You know what? I'm actually coming to the side, because they don't understand it. They don't have a moral framework where harm is a problem. Maybe because they're rock people or whatever. Right? Because that's how we have the concept of evil, like someone who relishes in harm or dismisses somebody else's suffering, right? Those are things and treating people as things. Right. And what is good is selfless and choosing somebody else's benefit over your own in loads of different variations and terms. And so if this is completely alien to them, then they have no altruism, they have no cruelty in their culture. So yet somehow they still think making people fight is the best way to distinguish which philosophy is better. Well, yeah, because it's still presented to them as a binary. Oh, so there are these two opposing things. Therefore, they must be in conflict with one another, right? Heat and cold, light and dark, all of those things which aren't binary, of course, but they are in conflict with each other. You can see them interact, and that's the moment where they are the most themselves. When something cold touches something hot, there's a hiss, there's chemical reactions, and you can observe them in relation to one another. So if I was an alien who didn't understand good and evil, I'd want to see them interacting with each other. I want to see the sparks fly to understand those two poles.
Yes, but it comes then from a viewpoint where, the better way of things, how are we going to decide which is better, strawberry or vanilla ice cream? We're going to make them fight.
Yeah, almost, right? If you don't have taste, you can't taste any of these foods, but you somehow have this binaries need to be resolved. That's how our culture works, and then we pick the one that wins. Yeah, in a slightly more racist version of this, there might have been shall we wear blackface or not wear blackface?
Let's see which makes for the better production. Yes.
Actually, imagine that. Oh my God, this is maybe a terrible thought experiment, but we get zapped to a planet and we're put next to, Samuel L. Jackson and Winona Ryder are there. And what are we? You are a representative of people who don't wear blackface. And over here, we have some college bros who are wearing blackface. And you are now forced to fight one another so that we can determine whether we, as a species, are going to wear blackface or not.
Yeah.
Now, if that was the case, Kay,
Yes.
I think I'd probably pick up a few rocks and
Sure.
I don't want to, but I also don't want an entire planet to think that I'm okay with this.
But that's their premise, which is just weird and weak.
I know, but they're forcing into this, and I think I might have picked up the rock. I've got to say,
Sure. But so on the bridge, there's like a little bit of panic. Well,
Nothing we can do, Doctor. Nothing but watch them.
they found the worst people in history to face.
I've been to
them.
parties like that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
But Bones is.
They're not real.
They're just like images. They're like. Yeah, they're not any more real than Lincoln or Sarek. So again,
why
the
are
fight
you still
doesn't-
on this? You tricorded Lincoln.
Yeah.
You already did all this. Like you've touched his hat. You know this.
The alien is like.
If you wish to use any, you may fabricate anything you desire out of what you can find around you.
There's a rudimentary lathe behind the rock.
I don't know for sure that the chief, while editing this, was also like trying to find his microphone to yell rudimentary lathe. But Kirk is stalwart.
Mr. Spock and I refuse to participate.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll decide otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mr.
So
Gr-
this-
yeah.
There's a lot of questioning about why do they want us to fight. We can skip all that. We've actually done this. We can just focus on, do you see any interesting bits here that are unfolding? Because there's the set design that's completely Earth-like and yet the sky is orange.
Well, that's what they said. Like, yeah, they made it like, did we not honor you by turning our planet into something that like you can live on?
Yeah. And
I'm afraid none of us may leave, gentlemen, until we do what it demands of us.
Well,
oh my God.
And the alien is.
Display no interest in the honor we do you.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, we offer you we can be our teachers and like, which is more powerful, good or evil. And, oh, well, we'll motivate you. You can talk to your ship again. The ship, which in the meantime is, of course, being slowly torn apart. Like, yeah, you have 4 hours, and 4 hours, the antimatter field collapses and the ship will be blown up. So, yes, you are going to play a little game.
Oh, yeah. Have we skipped ahead a bit or something? I'm not entirely
Well, depends on how far you want.
Like, I don't know. Have we talked to the bit about where Colonel Green shows up?
Oh, no. We haven't. I mean, yes, where he shows up, but not where he goes to talk to Kirk.
Yeah.
Green goes over to Kirk and goes like, hey, you're right, man. Like, that dude is our enemy.
He's so
like,
sleazy.
He is so transparently sleazy.
He's like,
And Kirk is like, well, I don't trust him because, yeah, one of his favorite things was like starting negotiating and then attacking them while he was negotiating.
And he goes, no.
History tends to exaggerate.
No. He's very charming. Like, also,
and that's literally what he does because, like, while he is the first attack from the bad guys happens while he is talking to.
Yeah, apparently him and the rest of Team Evil have had a chance to like confer.
Yeah,
and somehow, despite the fact that they're all evil despots,
yeah,
they're all working together.
Yeah.
And
funny that, isn't it?
Green
Yeah.
is the leader.
Yeah. I was thinking about that as well. I was like, why would these 4 people like fall into evil so easy? Like, oh yes, we are evil and therefore evil. Okay, clearly they do not. I mean, maybe they're trying to figure this out, but like, again, that like they don't know what evil is. Apparently, they just know that these people are considered evil.
So they just summoned the people and put them together as best they could.
But they still gave them some sort of like weird, clearly not evil traits because, like, you know, I don't think those 4 people would work very well together.
I don't know
in a situation like that. I don't know.
Okay, now I'm heading to what's it called? Deleted scenes territory.
Right.
I wonder if there's an alternate version of this episode that's only about 25 minutes where the Excalibur then pose and behold, and then nobody comes around the corner and the Excalibur sort of waddles around the corner and there's Colonel Green, Attila, or Genghis, and they're all just fucking dead because they've all killed each other already. And well, we'll summon 4 more evil and oh no, they've also
killed
already
themselves. Yeah.
Don't know what to do now. Also, why are you wearing red if your name is Green? Checkmate.
Right. Okay.
Do you know? Hey, one more thing about the costume.
Yeah.
This is a rare. It doesn't happen very often, but some Star Trek costumes have been reused on other properties.
Okay.
And this uniform became the uniform of Mork from Mork and Mindy.
Oh. Yeah, okay, I can see that,
With some extra epaulettes.
Yeah.
And, so now we know that Robin Williams is roughly Colonel Green-sized.
Sure, yeah. I mean, he seems like a fairly small person, which is like not how Robin Williams always struck me, but okay.
I don't know. But also, we're freakishly tall compared to the rest of the world, and you especially.
Yes.
The fighting is... I just try to imagine being them, and even the director, like, who... I thought we were going to do this outside. No, we have to do it inside? Okay, well, can we roll over that rock? No, you can't touch the rocks. We can't touch the rocks. And there's eight of us. Okay, hey, everyone, just try your best.
Yeah, because the alien, basically what the alien boils down to is...
Save your ship and your crew. You have to win.
Yeah. So you're going to have to win your fight between good and evil. And yes, it's just going to be a straight-up fist fight. And that's going to be determined which is better. Yeah. Because like that really allows good to showcase its core concepts, you know.
Like to them, it's strawberry versus vanilla, just like you said.
Yeah.
It makes just about as much sense. This is a sort of, a Pokemon battle, except you're using different colored turtles.
Right.
And they're just interested in like eating lettuce. That's like their whole thing.
Yeah, or pizza in case it's teenage turtles.
Oh, nice.
But yes, okay. So there's like they find a defensible position which they don't use.
Yeah, but it does give Kirk a chance to like jump up and run around and show off his leadership. We'll use this as a base.
And of course,
I believe the ancient Vulcans made something like a boomerang.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
I have made boomerangs and it takes a while.
You have?
I have, yes. It's not that hard.
No.
Just get a piece of multiplex and I cut it in the roughly the right shape and then shave it down on the edges. It's not particularly difficult.
And is it a returning boomerang?
Yeah.
Or is it, yeah. And
it returns, yeah.
Okay.
And
awesome.
so it comes back.
Because they don't
I try to get rid of it, but it's like, no.
Boomerangs aren't always returning. They're not always intended to.
I think they're called a boomerang at that point, but yeah.
I don't know for sure, but I think I remember reading this that like boomerang is the throwing hunting weapon,
right?
And we're probably mispronouncing it from used by Aboriginal people in Australia, and there is a form that is returning, but usually like there are European and African versions as well that are throwing weapons, right? This one just happens to be V-shaped and it has weight here and weight there, so that's just what they call theirs.
Yeah, Surak is like
not into it.
No.
Like, he has a little sidebar with Spock where he sort of waves off this idea, boomerangs, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm not fighting. I'm a pacifist. I will not fight.
You know, there was an earlier version of this script where one of the people that was on the side of good was this flower power hippie called, like, Mr. Flower or something, or Mr. Yawn. Because hippies were a thing in the
60s.
Yeah, there was even an episode of, please, don't recommend it unless you have a really good reason. With space hippies, I kind of want to see it, but I want to enjoy it, so I need someone to have a really good reason to recommend it if they do.
I have no authority over you. You may do as you think best.
So he wanders off and goes talk to the other guys.
Surak this actor gives a very decent performance, by the way.
Totally.
They kind of all do. Even Lincoln, who was kind of let down by his steadily deteriorating makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's blackface. Maybe his blackface is sort of infection. It's starting to spread around his eyes. Oh, no.
Maybe they just got the makeup jars mixed up between Achilles and Lincoln. But yes, he is trying to, he is going over there and he talks to the evil guys, and Green is doing the talking. And it basically boils down to,
what do I get out of it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was wondering about. Like what did the aliens offer them? What's the deal? Like I mean, Kirk gets to keep ship, but what's happened to these guys?
Yeah.
And again, they're just like constructs.
Continue to exist. What do you think is going to happen?
He sends Genghis and Kaylee's off to go catch him, which is exactly what they do, because a little bit later we can hear Surak screaming for help. Oh no, help, ouch.
Yeah.
The evil guys have like formed sticks, and apparently the good guys have done it as well. You can see Spock like shaving bits off the stick with a presumably a sharp rock.
Yeah, that'll do. Like a flint nap or something. I don't know.
Spock, help me!
Oh no!
Help me!
Oh no!
Yeah. And Kirk being very empathetic, like he desperately wants to help, and Spock, is kind of cool about it.
Yeah.
How can you ignore that?
A Vulcan would not cry out so.
Yep.
He immediately identifies, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah, this is fake.
Yeah.
But, like, Kirk will not be reasoned with. He agrees that, like, he goes, like, I will go out there. It's actually, we will go out there. Me and Spock will go through the front door, and Lincoln will take him around the back.
Well, no. Kirk gets stopped by Spock, and it's Lincoln who proposes, actually...
Right, you're right, yes.
I can go around the back door, but I need a distraction. So how about, you guys had that stupid plan anyway, but...
yeah. I will make good use of it.
Uh-huh. He describes itself as...
Remember, I was something of a backwoodsman.
Yeah, I've met people like that at parties too.
And we will fight on their level.
Trickery, brutality, finality. We match their evil.
The alien's sitting there going like...
yeah, now you're getting it. And now comes a very famous line. I'm going to play every line in this bit of dialogue. Like,
I gave orders that sent 100,000 men to their death at the hands of their brothers. There's no honorable way to kill. No gentle way to destroy. There's nothing good in war except its ending.
Yeah.
Which is a really, really good line.
Yeah.
And it's such a good line that some scholars who didn't do quite as much research as others have attributed that to the actual Abraham Lincoln.
Nice.
Because it's great. It's really well written.
Yeah, totally.
And, but no, it's just this pretend Excalbian version.
And we get a lot of throwing sticks and stones ineffectually at each other.
Hiding around corners. And look, everybody's doing their best with almost nothing to do. And I love the Scooby gang of the villains. Yeah. They're all trying to, like, stay out of each other's hairline so you can still see their faces.
And Lincoln goes crawling around through the underbrush to help rescue Surak, who turns out to be dead already.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
To his great surprise.
Kylese is apparently very good at mimicking.
He's a little kookaburra, is
He
Kylese.
isn't he? Yeah.
He sort of shows up.
Help me, Spock.
Now can you cry like Lincoln?
Help me, Kirk.
God, the lip syncing is not great in this.
But it's the actual Lincoln who gets sent out, walks out front, tells him to back, teeters over forward, and has a spear in his back.
So did he have that spear in him the whole time while he was walking?
That's why he's got his arms behind his back, I think.
Oh, wow. Did he get... No. Look, his arms fall forward when he when he falls. Oh,
but only then. Yeah, his arms weren't tied behind his back. I think he's just trying to hold the spear there. Like, much fighting, a Rockefoid fight, and two of them run off. And yes, the fight is won by Kirk, who makes Mr. Green fall over backwards, presumably onto that short spike that he's holding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does sort of look like, I think maybe he's dead. And everyone runs away. And now comes, like, that's Arthur Heinemann. Okay, I think I sort of wrapped it up with this line.
It would seem that evil retreats when forcibly confronted.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Good and your evil use the same methods. Achieve the same results.
Because of the scene you set, you Muppet.
Yep.
This is all on you.
And that's what Kirk says.
You establish the methods and the goals.
For you to use as you chose.
What did you offer the others if they won?
What they wanted most. Power.
You offered me the lives of my crew.
I perceive. You have won their lives.
How many others have you done this to? What gives you the right to hand out life and death?
The same right that brought you here. The need to know new things.
We came in peace.
And you may go in peace.
Have we made it to the last commercial break? Yeah, then we're outie.
Yeah, bye.
This is sketch.
Oh, everything is fine. Like they can beam back up.
The ship is functioning normally again, sir, and the restart cycle is in operation.
Yeah, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, actually we have. And the result is...
The deterioration in the shielding has stopped, sir, and is reversing itself. I have no explanation.
Thank you, Mr. Chekhov.
Off we go. You had your lines. We've all said enough lines to get paid for the episode. And... Yep, we're just sort of...
Well, it would seem that we were held in the power of creatures able to control matter and to rearrange molecules in whatever fashion was desired.
So? Are we getting any close? I'm talking to the episode here.
It's like they just made those images and dug it out of our own minds, essentially.
And that is actually where they end up. Like Kirk and Spock, they had this profound experience where they met personal heroes of theirs.
Right.
And they're sort of, okay, so we have gone through, are they real or not? And we know they're alien, but...
I feel I actually met Lincoln.
Right? You can feel that, even though you know it wasn't true.
But Spock relativizes that.
Yeah.
Since they were created out of our own thoughts, how could they be anything but what we expected them to be?
Yeah. That's a very good point. It's like, well, it's just as I imagined it. Yes, because it was made out of your imagination.
Couldn't not be. You didn't imagine anything that he could be. And sort of regretting the death of Abraham Lincoln, which is a personal sorrow for Kirk. And
I feel I understand what Earth must have gone through to achieve final peace.
That's a nice thought, isn't it? Final peace being a thing that's just...
Endlosung.
Whoa! Oh, didn't I read... I don't think Hitler was ever part of this plot, but that would have been a go-to. So, hey, props for not choosing that path.
There's still so much of their work to be done in the galaxy, Spock.
Yep. So get us out of orbit and get us the out of here.
Yep. And off we go. Just... You know, I really enjoyed this episode, actually.
It was,
yes. just the way Kaleb described it, I had a lot of fun giggling about it with my buddy.
Let
me take that again. Giggling about it with my buddies, including our chief engineer and our listeners at home.
Yes, and thank you, Kaleb, for recommending this. And yes, we took great pleasure in picking it apart at seams, as you mentioned in your suggestion.
Oh, I can't remember if Kaleb has done recommendations before, but I think Kaleb is back from either So Farscape or Rebel Air. That Kaleb. Yeah, well, we have
long-time listener. Yes,
we have long-time friends here, and those are the kind of people that you want to watch a goofy episode of Star Trek with.
Yeah, totally.
All right, now we have some segments.
Yeah, what did you think was
so fucking cool?
Everybody did a lot with not a lot. In terms of the actors, I think everyone gave a great performance. And I don't want to be mean to the writing staff, right? This was Gene Roddenberry who had a script, handed it off to someone who did some work on it. And okay, sometimes that happens in a television production. And then it arrives with the actors and the director. And yeah, we still want to do a good job here. And I think they did. Kirk was charming. Spock was sexy as hell.
Oh, yes.
Scotty, you know, he really does work when he's grumpy. And I don't know if him and Bones often get paired up to be a bunch of grumps together, but it also really works.
I haven't seen not enough of the original series to know about that, yes. No, it does, absolutely.
Right, Uhura gets stuff to do, Chekhov and Sulu get stuff to do. Yeah, it was a really good... Would have been a great send-off if there weren't two more legendarily bad episodes coming
after. Oh, wow, is it?
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
How about you?
My so cool award goes to James Doohan's calves.
Whoa!
In those socks, under that kilt. Oh yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, I can't say I was looking, but I'll take another gender.
All right. So we always talk about like a scene which didn't make it into the episode. Cutting room 4.
Captain's log supplemental.
Well, I kind of shot my powder on that one already a little bit.
Oh, I'm like this is like it feels like a holodeck episode almost, like you know where the like an evil contraction gets control of the holodeck, but I'm not really I'm not sure what to make of it. Yeah. So yes, yours was like the 4 dead guys. Like, oh, these are dead, and like, oh well,
the next 4 also.
We'll get a 4. So we'll get Pol Pot, Stalin, and Hitler, and now they're dead.
Yeah, that didn't work. All right, what were we going to do? Okay, we're going down the list a bit. We've still got plenty to go. We've got Andrew Tate. Who else we've got? We've got. I'm not going to mention currently.
God. No, let's stay away from current politics.
Yeah, everybody knows who the assholes are, and it's just exhausting to think about.
And but yes, good versus evil. Okay, there must be a better way of doing that. I guess, like, oh, right, yes, no, here's a good scene. Like, okay, like, if you really want to see good versus evil, and next we have a BattleBot arena where, like, they're fighting, like...
Yes!
Oh no, even
awesome.
better. Like, Kurt holds a Beyblade fight with the alien.
My nibblings taught me what Beyblades are and how to play with them. It's actually kind of fun.
Look, you're supposed to like knock each other out of the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
These whirligig things, and there's like
These spinning
and
tops that you're supposed to like Pokemon fight against each other.
Sort of. It's kind of exciting, actually.
So yes, that's going to be my missing scene. Like, I'll show you good and evil.
Oh, I think I've got an alternative. I think I figured out a way that the Excalbians could have presented this dichotomy in a way that would absolutely get the crew fighting each other. So instead of having to invent other characters to represent it, like 8 of our crew have been beamed down. Why have you selected us? And why have you placed us in these teams? We're wearing different colored sashes, but this is just totally arbitrary.
Mountain versus valley?
versus lake. No,
that's
it's going to be even worse than that.
Okay.
You can't just make us fight over arbitrary differences. That's insane. We've separated you into the camps who hang toilet roll facing toward you and toilet roll facing toward the wall.
Okay.
And you will now battle for us to determine where we should hang them.
And the crew goes completely battle royale.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's the only thing that could get them to do it.
Okay, so...
I mean, if we weren't on the same camp, that could actually be the one thing that drives a wedge between us, right? Like,
I suppose so, yeah.
Imagine if I was one of those totally deranged, wrong people who wants to hang the toilet.
I mean, you can look at the original.
Away from you.
Look at the original patent, and it shows that it's supposed to hang.
I know. I am a good person like you. I'm not evil like all those people who do it the other way.
I will, however, make exceptions for people who have households with small children or cats. Yes,
absolutely, and who have preferences. Everyone can have their own preferences, of course. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Kaleb. And thank you to the listeners at home and the lemon-stealing whores. We don't thank people enough.
Yes, and if you would like to recommend an episode of Star Trek to us to watch and talk about in this podcast, you can go to joyoftrek.com/links. Not links, because that's just a links picture, but links. And there's
It'd still be working, yeah.
You can submit an episode that you love more than anybody else, or you have holds a particular place in your heart.
And we've received a few that, we've gotten far enough that we've received a few that are essentially just synopses of the episode. And we're probably not going to be picking those up. So those of you who've been waiting for a while, that's not really what we go for. We have received some double recommendations, but that never stops us.
No.
So please keep them coming. Let them come from the heart. There's also an opportunity if you go to joyoftrek.com/links to recommend a story, because we recommend stories as well.
Very nice.
And we're going to try something which, because of the temporal vortex, may or may not already have happened, because the chief has sometimes selected stories that were fanfic related to episodes that we've already discussed.
Yes.
And see if we can have those coming the week after a given episode, maybe.
Because next week there will be a fanfic reading for us, and the week after that, there will be another episode of Star Trek, and we are going to try and find out what it is.
Next time on an all-new episode of Star Trek.
I was waiting for it. I was already looking for it. Maybe I should help with the sound effects, but no, you've got this. All right, we've got a bunch of clues from our chief engineer. Let's see how long it takes us to get this. And play along at home. Yell into your headphones if you know it. Here comes the first clue.
It might not be good for the body, but it sure is good for the soul.
Oh. I immediately wanted to say Scotty. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And, 2 TOS in a row, probably not, but
okay.
Might be good for the body.
No.
All right.
It's not good for the body.
Once he realizes we're not going to blow up the galaxy, maybe he'll leave us alone.
Q episode? Something Q. Yeah. That feels Q-y, doesn't it?
I've only seen snow twice in my life.
Who could that be?
Huh. No, I was going to say Worf, but no, he's from Minsk.
He's from they know snow in Minsk. There we go. Twice in my life.
Oh,
what?
Lower Decks.
Lower
Decks. The Hawaiian. Is it no?
Oh, that's possible.
Is it
No, but that was the thing. They turn out none of them are from Hawaii. They all pretend. Yeah. Oh, you're okay. So maybe it's good for the soul, or not good for the body. Ooh, I kind of like your suggestion, Lower Decks. It does. Maybe there is something to the sass of the dialogue there. Okay. Clue number 4, I think.
If Vanek's the kind of guy who likes to watch, let him.
Vanek?
Okay. Vanek's, but also been to parties like that. Vanix, I don't recognize.
No.
All right, last clue.
For those of you who aren't near a window, you might want to find one. There's something pretty amazing off starboard.
Oh.
Whoa.
That sounds like TNG.
Oh, it sounds like Strange New Worlds to me. That sounds like a pike
yeah.
line, but what are you thinking?
Oh, I have no idea. No.
This is fascinating.
I'm very I'm curious. No,
you stumped us, Chief. Well done. Let's find out what it was.
Okay, this one is a stretch. I don't know if you got it, but the episode is Enterprise 108, Breaking the Ice.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I was just for no reason thinking about this the other day. I think I'm really, really excited for this episode.
I think I must have seen it, but because I think I saw all of the first season of Enterprise, but I certainly don't remember it.
Oh, there's something with. Don't worry, there's something with ice. Like they literally are breaking some ice. It's actually quite exciting.
All right,
I'm really excited to do this.
Excellent,
and eager to find out who recommended it.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, thank you.
And we only have one more thing to do.
The hell is this?
I'm leaving Starfleet.
Energize!
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode with your friends Kay and Kaki. Production and editing by Chief Engineer Greg, and music by Fox Amore. Join us next time for Breaking the Ice Enterprise 108. Visit joyoftrek.com/links to send us your recommendations, support us on Patreon, or to find us on Blue Sky. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to The Joy of Trek, and we'll see you out there.